Hello and welcome to my latest RG350 video. So yet again I've got some more requests for the PlayStation 1 emulator, PCSX for all. Fantastic original PlayStation emulator. And I've got more requests to get through, which I was quite surprised. I thought we pretty much covered everything that people wanted to see, but I was evidently wrong. So we will zip through and I'll try and get through as many of the requests as I can. So I won't dwell too long on each game, but I'm hopefully going to cover everything that people asked for. So let's have a look at this one, which is Torneko, The Last Hope, World of Dragon Warrior. Okay. A bit of fluff on the screen there. So I'm not actually sure what sort of a game this one is. I'm guessing it's maybe some sort of RPG of some sort. Like all of these, I'll try and get through as quickly as possible so we can just see the gameplay. Yeah, it certainly looks like a story-based RPG by the looks of it. Running super quick, very good sound on it. Yeah, all looks good to me. I think that's enough of looking at this one, but it looks absolutely fine. Sort of a top-down RPG game. But we've got a big list to get through. So, on with the next one. So this is Chrono Cross. Very popular PlayStation 1 game. Nice bit of full motion video there. This one looks to be playing absolutely fine. Very, very smooth introduction, wasn't it? On the full motion video. Really, really smooth. Gotta admit, this isn't one I remember playing. I remember it being around, but certainly not one that I ever played. Nothing down here by the looks of it. Nothing over here. Oh yeah. So yeah, this appears to be playing absolutely fine. Looks a pretty cool game, doesn't it? Awesome. Yeah, there's something over there. Cool. Anyway, that's a quick look at Chrono Cross, and yeah, it looks absolutely great, doesn't it? Looks like we've got to attack this guy now. We'll have to save that for another video, but suffice to say, it looks great. It looks to be playing absolutely fine. There are violent and disturbing images in this game, so what can it be? What can it be? Any guesses? Konami? What was Konami in violent and disturbing? It can only be Silent Hill. Absolutely massive game when this came out. Highly, highly regarded. I remember at the time, the main character, the lady here, looked exactly like the Radio 1 DJ Joe Wiley. A lot of people said it was modelled on her, but she denies it. She was quite a celeb 20 years ago. This does look absolutely brilliant, doesn't it? Fantastic stuff. What a great opening that was. That was really something. Well, I know these games can be a bit of a slow burner to actually get into, but I mean, proof is in the pudding here. This is playing absolutely fantastically. I don't think there's going to be any sorts of issues with this. In fact, so far, since I've been testing this, I've only found one game that didn't play properly, and that was Need for Speed Underground 2. So, or Need for Speed 2. So that's the only one that I found that I've not been able to play so far. And there we are. Obviously, the start of this game is sort of all set in fog, and the guys are walking around, so he doesn't quite know where to go. And it opens up little bits of the story. But suffice to say, yeah, it's absolutely fine. You've got nothing to worry about here. This is a game that you can have a lot of fun with. That's for absolutely sure. And that is the original Silent Hill. On to the next one then. So let's see how this one runs. This is Resident Evil, and this is the director's cut of Resident Evil 1. Absolutely iconic, really, PlayStation 1 game, you would say. Not a killer app, but certainly one of the ones that, well, if you had a PlayStation 1, you probably had one of these Resident Evil games at one point. They spawned a couple of sequels on the PlayStation alone. July 98, Raccoon Forest.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission. You haven't found it? No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared. Look, Chris! It was Bravo team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why. Hey! Come here!
Pretty scary stuff. What bad acting. Don't go.
Run for that house! There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is. Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Mary Burt. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
Well, there we go. That's an introduction and a half, isn't it? They have escaped into the mansion. I mean, that is like a movie. That is fantastic, I have to say. Cheesy acting, but fun. You got to say, that's great, isn't it?
I don't know what happened.
Barry, where's Barry? Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No.
A real cinematic
What is that?
vibe to this game.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall.
Black bars at the top and the bottom of the screen.
Chris? Take care.
Finally, we actually get a bit of gameplay. This will be another game that would benefit from the being able to use the analog controls, but even so, it's definitely playable. And there you go. Well, there's the first glimpse of Resident Evil, the very first Resident Evil director's cut, and well, it certainly appears on the surface to be playing absolutely fine. Brilliant. Let's get on with the next one. So this is a game I'd never even heard of until someone suggested it in the comments of one of my recent PlayStation 1 videos. It's a Japanese game. I don't believe there was any UK edition or USA edition of it, English language. Horned Owl. So I guess the proof will be in the playing. I don't know anything about this. Some sort of anime thing. Horned Owl, there we are. Shall we jump forward then? See if I can find a bit of gameplay. But yeah, it certainly looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Here we are, yeah, push start. Well, this is all in English, so yeah, we'll have a one-player game. Okay, well that was all in English. So what is it? Am I inside a mech or something then? Operation 1, an overture. See, it's a bit weird this. It's a Japanese game, but there's like English language, so maybe it was designed to be exported. Right, so there's my target. Okay, so... I see. So I think I'm supposed to be inside a big mech, and it is guiding me along a path, which is pretty cool. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to hit that one. That was the innocent. Oh, reload. Oh, there we are. I reloaded. That was the shoulder button to reload. Okay. I don't usually play these games much, but this one isn't bad, I have to say. Fairly easy to pick up and play. You'd never guess by the name that this is what Horned Owl would be, is it? Well, that reload is a bit annoying. But yeah, it seems to be playing absolutely fine. The Japanese language doesn't seem to be a barrier because it seems to be part Japanese, well that's a big one, part Japanese and part English, which is weird, isn't it? I've got to say, it's pretty fast and frenetic fun, and it's alright. There you go, you see, you never know, when people do these subjects, you never know quite what you're going to get. I've got to say, this is quite a bit of fun, this. As I said, it's on rails, so I'm not actually controlling where my ship is going. All I'm doing is sort of House of the Dead style, shooting the robots as they appear on screen. I do like the way it's moving and jumping around again on all the buildings. That's cool, I have to say. There we are. Well, that is pretty good, actually. So that was Horndell, and that was a bit of alright. On to the next one. So this is Primal Rage. So far, no sound on this one, which is interesting. I've only had this a couple of times before.
I remember yesterday back.
Oh, there we are. Sounds come on.
Before the darkness, behind the stars of night, there were a great fire running in the sky. It spreads like the wind hot within its path, destruction for all. Becoming mightier as it goes, the great fire hurls through space, none to know the world it brings. Space was full of old planets and giant tumbling pieces of worlds before, lying the path of the great fire into a giant old star. The great fire crashed with mighty crash, exploding to everywhere, streak asteroids and burning rock and fire. Blue skies burned with the fury of the great fire. All around, I hear streets cry out loud, mountains rumble, as buildings explode, mind-blowing events. This world would never again be the same. New Earth would rise up from the rubble, out of the smoky landscape. The cataclysm awakes the sleeping giants from ancient worlds. Crashing through the barriers of time, they invade our world, to conquer, to rule the whole human race. They rise to devour us. We kneel to worship them. They never stop, only to seek others, for battle, for ultimate world domination. For primal rage.
There we go. Setting the scene for us. This is quite a popular game back in the day, I seem to recall. So we'll have a little go on the arcade version just to see how we get on. Plays Diablo. So Diablo versus Vortigo. Okay. This was, of course, in the era of Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs have never been more popular. And you've got to admit, it's an interesting twist, isn't it? I think I've just about got him. Oh, that was so close. Damn. Okay, let's have another go. Let's have another go. These things are always the best of three. Aren't they? Yes? Okay. Rage, okay. Oh yes. Get the swing of it now. Got this tail flip, which is pretty good. But he's still killing me. He's got me. Oh, go on. I did it. Cool, it was close though, wasn't it? Awesome. There we are. So a little bit of delay with each scene loading in, but still, when you're actually in the bit of the game, it plays absolutely fine, you know. So I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's just playing as it would have on the actual original PlayStation. I'm not doing very well though. Sorry. You never know. neck and neck, really, isn't it? I did it. I did it, just. Is that it? Did I win my 2 out of 3? Yeah, Diablo conquers. Yes. Get in. I see, and that opens up a bit more of the earth. Well, there you go, you see, there you go. So that was a very brief look at Primal Rage. On with the next one. So this is another one I'd never heard of, Legend of Legaia. Don't know anything about this. I can only assume it's an RPG, but I really don't know. Okay, let's get on with the game, if we can. No, it doesn't look like it's skippable, I'm afraid. After some of the introductions that we've seen, this is a bit slow, isn't it? To get going. Oh, we'll let it play out. It wouldn't be bad to have a little bit of gameplay now, would it? Still not letting us skip through it. Okay, here we go then. That's my guy. And there we are, finally, we're into the game. God, it took long enough, didn't it? So there you are, I think you'll agree. It seems to be playing absolutely fine. I don't see there be any sort of problem with this. Yeah, it is what it is. Good stuff, absolutely fantastic. Right, we've got time for just a couple more. This is turned into quite a long video. One of the most amazing games on the PlayStation 1, as I'm sure you'll agree. This is Final Fantasy IX. Very, very polished production. We're only going to be able to scratch the surface of this, but at least if we watch the introduction, we can just see quite how well it plays, which I'm sure will be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The quality of this is just amazing, I have to say. From the sound design to the graphics on screen, the full motion video, it really is quite something. And this is eminently playable on the RG350. So light the candle in the middle of the room. Okay, let's light the candle. There we are. Brilliant. So this is a sort of game you could lose days on, let's be honest. It's just, these Final Fantasy games are fantastic for a reason. Absolutely fantastic. But I don't want this video to be an hour long. I've just got just a couple more I'd like to have a look at if we've got time. So I'm going to quit it there, but that just looks amazing. Activision. So this one's called Guardian Crusade. Once again, it's not one I think I know. I don't really know a lot about this one. I can't remember if I played it or not. Okay. I think we can safely skip that bit. We'll start a new game. Now I'm going to have to call it a day. I've just looked at how long this video's been going on, and it's over, well, it's over 40 minutes, let's put it that way. So we do need to call it a day here. Let's turn the volume down a little bit while we're playing this last game. So I hope you've enjoyed these viewer requests. This is a second viewer request video, and I got to admit there's been some great stuff in here. I think there were some real highlights. That Horned Owl was good fun. Primal Rage was a laugh. Final Fantasy IX was just fantastic to look at, and that just looked great playing. If you have enjoyed this latest video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do check back over my previous RG350 videos, because I've got them all in a playlist now, so you can have a look at all my RG350 videos in one foul swoop, and watch them all in one hit, or binge them if you like. They're pretty much all time-stamped, so that you can just jump to the games that you want to actually see, the ones that you're interested in. You don't have to sit through the whole video, just zip forward to the bits that you like and just watch those. So if you have enjoyed the video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do consider subscribing for regular vintage RG350 content. I certainly intend keeping to producing one of these videos at least once a week while the system is hot, and I'm certainly absolutely loving it. And until something better comes along at a decent price, I'm going to keep producing these great videos. So as well as the PlayStation 1, I have done an overall review of the unit, sampling all the different emulators that it has to offer. I've also now done a couple of videos on Final Burn Alpha, the amazing arcade emulator. I've got one coming up which is going to be on Open Bore, so that's Open Beats of Rage, which is another fantastic emulator which comes on this system. And then I'm going to do another video on all the ones that came pre-installed. These are like the exclusive versions of Quake and Doom and things like that. So still plenty to cover in the coming weeks and months. So there we go. So thanks once again for watching, and I shall look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.